What's up, YouTube? It's Quaddi back with another video. I know I've been going for a really long time, but I'm back now, so that's all that matters. And I want to say happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there that's celebrating. And even if you don't have a Valentine this year, make sure you love yourself extra special today so you feel good on the inside and out. Because that's really all that matters, is taking care of yourself first. But let's talk about Valentine's Day for a little bit and think back to elementary school when everyone used to get a Valentine's Day card and you have a party in the class, hanging out with your friends. Then as you got older, the holiday became more exclusive, where during lunch periods, you would actually have to go buy like a candy gram and send it secretly to like the person you were crushing on. And how like, if you didn't get one, how bad it made you feel, right? Or if you were crushing on someone, how one particular love song you felt like explained your entire feelings and your devotion for this person. For me, it was Frank Ocean, Think About You. And I felt like Frank said it best. He knew exactly how I felt about this person. But it also makes me think about heartbreak and how soul crushing that feels. I remember my first heartbreak like it was yesterday, and I literally felt like I couldn't go on in the world without this person. But look at me now, I survived, so whatever. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about first love and first heartbreak and what I learned from going through that experience. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so I'm not going to say any names, but if you went to Cedarbrook, then you know who I'm talking about. And in 7th grade, we had class together. But we knew each other a little bit before that year. But 7th grade is when we really started to get to know each other. And we really just started vibing with each other. And I used to call him my best friend because that was my way of flirting back then. And I still don't know how to flirt to this day, but whatever. But 8th grade, you know, he couldn't resist your girl. He asked me out, so we started dating. And at that point, we became inseparable. Like, if you saw me, you saw him. If you saw him, you saw me. And then we had class again together. So if it wasn't for class, we were walking to school. I mean, not school, but we were walking to class together, or we were at lunch, or we were after school together, or just on the phone. We were inseparable. The definition, us like this. But yeah, like that was a beautiful year, pure and sweet. We went to 8th grade formal together. But after 8th grade formal, well, that took place at the end of the year. We broke up at the end of that year. So like, just as fast as they come, they go just as fast as well. So that entire summer we didn't talk, but then 9th grade rolled around and we got back together somehow, but then we broke up like 3-4 more times. Like, that's just how it goes sometimes. But that very last time we broke up, I remember that day. Well, not specifically that day, but that moment. I was supposed to be going to math class, and we broke up in that passing period, that 5-minute period, and I ran to the bathroom and started bawling my eyes out, like done, in the corner on the bathroom. Who sits on the bathroom floor? But I was just broken. That's how broken I was. Like, and the girl that was there consoling me, who I thought was my friend, she started dating him later that year. So ain't that some sugar honey iced tea? But whatever, that's neither here nor there. That's a whole different story. But I want to get into how devastated I was. I felt like my heart was ripped out of my chest. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I just could not go on. I really couldn't finish that day, and I really feel like I couldn't finish like my entire life. But I don't really think it was that specific relationship that made me feel so empty. What I felt like, well now, what I feel like that made me felt that way back then was the lack of identity, the lack of sense of who I had for myself. I know that sounded really confusing and jumbled, but what I'm really trying to say is I put so much into this person that I completely neglected that part of myself that I was supposed to be like cultivating and building and growing. Like, you're like a plant. You have to cultivate yourself to really grow and flourish how you're supposed to. So I already had all this other stuff going on, and by stuff, this is what I'm talking about. Like, take a step back for a second. When you're in that age bracket, you're dealing with puberty, and that could be like understanding your menstrual cycle. That could be, if you're like a boy, I don't know what y'all go through really, but whatever y'all going through, you're dealing with like hormones and just them bubbling over. You're dealing with peer pressures, whether it be from friends, with drinking and smoking and having sex. Everyone wanted to know who was having sex around that age. It was the thing to know. And then you're already dealing with your own personal stuff. Like, you have your own friends and family, and they could be dealing with their own stuff too, which leads over to stressors that you have in your everyday life. And then you're probably transitioning to a new school. You're about to go to high school, or you just started high school. So all that in one person. And for me, I wasn't dealing with any of that. I was just kind of like sweeping it under the rug, and I was just rocking out with this person, just feeding into this other person. So like I said, when I felt like my heart was ripped out my chest, I didn't know what to feel with it. I didn't know what soil to use, what seeds to use. And I felt like if I actually took the time, the intentional time, and set some me time aside, I would have been building into myself. And I would have actually ended up feeling better. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have still felt sad that I was ending a relationship, but I wouldn't have felt as bad as I did, because I knew I had myself at the end of the day. That's real. Like, I would have known I had myself at the end of the day, and I didn't know that at the time. I felt like he was what I had, and without him, what else do I have? But if I actually set that time aside and like learn new things, picked up new hobbies, I would have found my passion early on. And passion is really what drives you in your life. Everything that you do should be surrounded by that passion. Now, everything I do in my life now is surrounded by that passion. Like the things I'm into, the job I have now, I work with children because I care about how children handle their emotions. Because when I was younger, I didn't know how to handle it. The things I volunteer with children because I want to help children. I want them to feel like they have a voice. I want to empower them and help them learn how to really handle their emotions and feel and know what's going on inside of them, so they handle it better and express it better. But back then, I didn't know how to do that. I had to teach myself after, and I still have to teach myself as I'm getting older and older, because you are never going to fully know who you are. So you're always going to be learning something new about yourself, but you have to set that intentional time aside to really get to know yourself. So that's my message for today. I hope that you guys understood all that I was throwing at you. And I want to say happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Like, really love yourself and love your partner, because if you love yourself 10 times the amount that you love your partner, you're going to be a better partner, whether it be for a family member, a friend, or a romantic partner. They're going to see that light in you, the light that you ignited. You ignited that flame. They're going to see that glowing all through your head, all in your being, and they're going to love you 10 times the amount. So thank you for watching this. Please make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a mom, tell an aunt, tell everybody who you think needs to hear this message. And have a nice day.